I messed up. I messed up, guys. I went out last night and I went to a party and there was alcohol. There was food, like picky bit foods, like not like canapes, but like you could sit, you could go to the table and pick up like a couple of sausage rolls, a couple of brownies here and there, a bit of crisps, and then there was like just booze everywhere. And I indulged. I danced as well. It was a fancy dress party, so I might share a picture of what I look like here. And it was a 90s themed party, which was very fun. But it did mean that I was present in the moment and I just enjoyed myself without overthinking about it. In the lead up to that, I did, focus on just consuming minimal calories throughout the day and actually eating just mainly protein-based foods. Like I was carrying like literally just some chicken, breast cooked in like peri-peri kind of spice, which tasted delicious, to be fair. But yeah, I still know that I went overboard, went over my calories, and I'm sitting here slightly hungover. I've just had a shower. Side note, anyone like you are true champion after a shower when you're hungover. It's like being a newborn baby, isn't it? I needed that. And the temptation with alcohol is not in the moment of when you're making these mistakes, but it's also the day after that it rings. And, this morning I had a McDonald's breakfast. So, I messed up. I overdid it. I've overdone it this morning. And chances are I'm going to just consume a little bit more tonight even as well. But why am I telling you this? Well, to be honest, I may have messed up, but at the same time, I'm not concerned. And is it really a mess up? What do you define as messing up? Did I mess up my diet for the course of the week? Have I been in a calorie deficit over the course of that week? Probably, still. And, for context, I'm looking to lose body fat, which is going pretty well. I've dropped about 10 pounds between New Year's and now. It's like mid-January now, which is not bad going. And I've been super on it with everything, training, diet, sleep, everything's been on point up until yesterday. So in the context of, having a moment like that where A, I don't get to party that much. I don't want to party that much at all. B, it's been quite a stressful time family-wise as well. And even my mum was encouraging me to go out and have a good time with my other half, Katie, as well. So did I just mess up my diet? Or did I just actually just enjoy myself in that one moment? And there's a little bit of an effect after that, meaning, I'm hungover today, gonna consume a little bit higher calorie again today. But in the context and the grand scheme of things, was it an actual mess up? Am I still on track towards the goals that I've set myself? Am I still going forward, tracking my data and seeing the progress go down? Sure, my scale weight's going to spike up a bit. I haven't weighed myself this morning. No point. No point meaning like, when you obviously overconsume for one day, your scale weight's going to blow up, right? I will carry on weighing myself from tomorrow. Simple. So I've missed one weigh-in. But you're not going to mess up if you do something like this once in a blue moon, And I think the problem is that most people do this on a weekend basis. They do this on a weekly basis where they are good for 5 days and then they get to the weekend and then they trash it and then they go into this rinse and repeat cycle, or the yo-yo cycle. But also addressing the feeling of messing up. I know it's a bit clickbaity, but I'm saying that I've messed up. But in truth, I don't think I have, in the sense that I know that that moment probably won't come around again for a while. It's not like you're going to celebrate a 40th birthday party anytime soon, you know, and go out as much as you did. And in future, maybe because I will plan ahead for it, maybe I won't go so overboard with regards to things. But even if you do, you're always just one bite away from getting back on track. You're always just one step away from getting back on track. And that's something that, you know, I can still look back at the moments that I enjoyed yesterday and bits today as well, weirdly enough, and kind of be all right with that. Because I know that I'm still going to get my training in starting tomorrow. I'm still going to get my diet in, and I'm going to diet again for at least, you know, another 21, 30 days straight, whatever, with it being closer to the targets that I've set myself. So ultimately, I always tell my clients this, is that if you don't worry about what you consume in the course of a day, in terms of one day being bad or anything like that, where it's under or higher calories, think about how much you consume over the course of a week, okay? Because that's ultimately what matters when it comes to calorie balance. And that's what ultimately matters when it comes to your relationship with food as well. So if you are under eating, but then way overeating on a weekend basis, and therefore over the course of the week, your weekly calories is way high because of that, then that's possible. But also if you just like diet well throughout the week, sustainable calorie deficit, say like 500 calories below your maintenance, but then one day of the week you just overconsume a little bit because you had a party, but then stretching that over another week and another week that you don't do that, then you're not really messing things up that much. And liken it to training. If you say I've got a 3-day per week plan or 4-day per week plan, and I need to lift weights 4 days per week, but you miss that one session. You miss that one session next week. Don't try and like race ahead the following week and try and, you know, hit 5 sessions that week. Just hit 4, you know, just hit 4. And if you are consistent with your training over the course of a month, that's what's going to matter more than just 1 week. So with diet, think about how you do things over the course of a week, because that's what's going to matter over the course rather than a course of a day. And then with your training, think how can I be consistent over a course of a month. And I always kind of think of it as like an adherence level, right? So if you are sticking to your diet relatively so to about 80 to 90%, that's perfect. Not 80%, not 80 to 90% per day, but over the course of a macro period of time. That's what matters. Same with your training. If you're doing about 80 to 90%, the majority of the time you're going to be fine, right? And this again defeats the all or nothing mentality. So did I mess up, or did I just overconsume calories for 1.5 days and be present in a moment, enjoy my time, enjoy some dad and mommy time away from the kids? And did I just have a good time so that I can go back on track and not necessarily burn out mentally or physically, right? Did I do that? I guess that's up to you. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, share. If you're interested in coaching by someone who understands what it's like to be a parent, but also what it's like to have these sort of situations where you overconsume or something like that, or you just need help getting a plan and you want to build muscle, lose fat, and build confidence again, sustainably, and keep sane, then be sure to hit the link in my description, DM me JDCF on my Instagram, and yeah, we'll get after it.